Oh, I mean, if you had to put out there, like I said, we're waiting on, it's supposed to be on there today. Yeah, she got caught, that's why I got pretty good here. I was hitting on
When did we get Oscar started on sign y'all and think about job flow too.
Capital moving along the bridge. I know I'm talking to the bridge, but they still got to go work and all that stuff too, so.
Well, had a big crowd. I don't know how nice.
Rich is
Yeah, he was trading about.
and we got the volume for Rich
You just have to learn to use it, okay?
all the time.
Yeah.
Are you referring to me?
You need to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
My mouth's way too big, Rich. You know that.
Need a funnel on top of it.
Don't worry. It's better than the price I paid for the room. It is, it has its quirks, but
And then old school, new school, old school. Used to be a tape recorder. The two buttons, because you had to push record at the same time.
We were talking about mail. I haven't had any mail since Thursday.
Hey Jay.
I talked to the local mail guy one day. I was out there. He said we didn't get a truck today. I don't know.
yeah.
Hey Jay, you got 10 seconds.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, count it off. All right, so.
Call this meeting to order, 10 a.m. Roll call.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Here.
Commissioner Buckley?
Here.
Commissioner Cater?
Here.
There's just one present.
As you wish, please stand for the pledge and invocation. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, thank you for the day you've given us. Thank you for bringing all these people together. Dear Lord, help us up here to do the best we can for the county. Make the right decisions, the best that we can do, dear Lord. Dear Lord, be with everyone as they go out their way and help those that are in need, dear Lord. That we have quite a few here at the annex and the courthouse and just the county in general. Dear Lord, please be with them, heal them, and keep us safe. I ask this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you. Consent agenda is on the board, has been published. Motion, please.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Now, we have a short presentation from the Higginbotham people. So come on up, whoever's going to speak.
I'll let them both speak if they want.
We ask you to keep it short, but go ahead. Use the microphone, please.
Can you hear me? Okay, hold this. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Always a good morning when it's not raining in Missouri. So happy to be here on a nice sunny day. Pleasure to meet you guys again. And for everybody in the room, my name is Chase Marable, Managing Director of our Higginbotham, Missouri offices, and we also have Brady Brashear as an associate. Today, what we're here to do is a quick background on who we are, and then go through our assessment we did on the county. As Higginbotham, we're the largest public entity broker in the state of Missouri. Work with over 250 cities and counties, a third of all the counties we work with on the risk management. Just recently partnered with your neighbors at the city of Cape Girardeau and city of Desloge right here in the county in the last 12 months. We work with everybody from the state of Missouri in contracts with the state all the way to our local villages. We were first introduced to the county through a proactive presentation we did with all of the county officials and learned that the premiums for the county were going up pretty drastically over the last few years. So on that report I prepared on the very first item, we have a premium increase of 78% from 2022 to 2025, and that was pulled from the county auditor's published budget, commission-approved budget of 2025, and that was an additional increase of premiums of $363,000 to $827,000. 642. So when we learned of the situation going on with the county, we asked to do what we do with a lot of our partners, which is a proactive property assessment. So we looked at the property and liability programs for the state, and what we ended up doing was bringing in a gentleman called William Page. William is our national risk engineer. He's worked on federal contracts, military bases, MTS, the largest prison system in the country. And we had a great half-day visit, and in attendance, you can see on the attendance the commission and sheriff and auditor, and then also some of the maintenance crew of the county. And we took time to review this building, went through every part of this building, sprinkler, electrical, maintenance, etc. Went through every part of the jail, sprinkler, maintenance, and thank you to the sheriff and the captains for allowing us to do that. And from those assessments, we had 3 critical recommendations here in the courthouse annex, and then 5 in the jail. And the purpose of this is for us to understand how a carrier views the county, so we go from average rating to best-in-class rating. So when we can go to best-in-class rating, that's going to be bringing down our premiums, bringing down our risk exposure, our cost of risk, and it's also going to open up more opportunities. We are a huge county with a lot of premium and a lot of markets that would be willing to insure this county. Well, the markets will insure us when we're best in class, and going through the properties and looking at the critical recommendations on what a carrier would look at is our opportunity to fix those and then to be able to market the county to other insurance carriers. In addition to that, Brady, if you can pass out the human element programs, we also passed out. They already have them, great. We also passed out human management programs. So this is just 3 copies of those, but the human management programs are going to be human programs that we can implement on better property and liability procedures that we can implement on a monthly, quarterly, and annual basis. They can be everything from how we're checking the fire sprinklers, checking the fire suppression systems, fire extinguishers, all the way to how we're maintaining any capital expenses, maybe the roof, maybe different parts of the jail and annex for our major buildings. So what we really wanted to do was provide that service to the county, again at no cost to the county. That way the county was able to look at what we do from a maintenance perspective to help on critical recommendations, and the sheriff's office was able to look at the critical recommendations and implement changes in order for us to move from that average, subpar, to best-in-class rating for insurance carriers. So this is just an example of what we've done for the county to this point, and really here just to help the county and help on lowering the total cost of risk with the county. Any questions on that so far? Yes, sir.
You take into account the fire stations around the area also?
Absolutely, yes, sir. We do take into account the fire stations and looking at protection class. Our big priority was to look at the fire suppression within these buildings. For example, there was a freezer inside the jail that we spent quite a considerable amount of time with, is there's a large freezer where we're keeping food, but it can also be a large fire hazard. So we were looking at the inside of the freezer to make sure that our suppression system would fare well in the case a fire were to happen in the Sally Port or somewhere of that nature in the jail.
I don't think I've ever heard of a freezer catching on fire.
Yeah, so those are very, very, very flammable. So when our property engineer came with NTS, the largest prison system in the country, that was a large risk, was the freezers, because the material they're made with that's in between the inner and outer walls is incredibly flammable.
Okay.
So it's almost like a lithium battery when that ignites. Okay. Yeah.
And it's all inside, and that was really strange to listen to, because when we went and you said that, it's just like the refrigeration cards they have on the rail line. If you burn the insulation out, it all catches. You can't really see it, but it'll come eventually. It'll all
Absolutely.
catch inside, yeah.
And when we were
That
at
was
the
really
captain-
wild. I didn't think about that.
Exactly, and what we learned is that was right underneath, I believe, one of the prisoner cells or one of the holding areas. So just making sure that, again, that our fire suppression systems would act accordingly if that were to catch fire.
Okay, any other questions?
Very lastly, what we're asking today is just for a broker assessment to be done with the county. Did you pass out that RFQ yet? Okay, great. This is an example, a template of RFQs that we've seen other cities and counties use. What we're asking of today is that St. Francis County just simply go out and look at other options for broker services for this upcoming renewal with January 1st. Again, not committing to any broker, just going out and looking at broker services that any broker within the county, within the state, within the country can provide services and provide their proposal for. So we went ahead and provided a template. Again, this is completely up to the county on which document template you guys would like to choose and use, but at least wanted to provide that to you ahead of time. So.
Yes, Lloyd?
So Higginbotham is located in the state of Missouri
Yes, sir.
and it's privately held,
Yes, sir.
and you started the company when, or the company began when?
75 years ago.
And you have served, you've now taken on Deloge
Yes, sir.
and Cape Girardeau.
Yes, sir.
To what extent are you offering your services for them
Property and liability
and
and employee benefits on City of Desloge.
employment benefits? And is there a cost savings there that you have projected?
Yes,
in
sir.
Chase?
So City of Cape Girardeau was $144,000 the first year, and City of Desloge was $44,000. And we have letter of references with both of those numbers from those cities.
You didn't name vehicles in there.
Yeah, vehicles too, yes, sir. All the property liability, vehicles, equipment, bonds, yes, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, permission to apply for a grant. Motion? Oh, you're gonna talk, okay. Come on up, Mike.
He's like, well, it's that
Come on, Mike.
This is through Missouri Department of Public Safety Web Grants. It is the Missouri Blue Shield Grant. I know recently we have applied to be a Blue Shield community, which we were granted, and by getting that granted, it opens up more grant opportunities for us through Missouri Department of Public Safety, this being one of them. It's a $50,000 no match. The sheriff and I spoke about where we utilize the money. There are several different things that you can utilize this money for. One of them is being the body worn cameras. Depending on what company we wind up going with and a contract that we have with them, this would probably pay for a little more than a year of that contract. So typically, like through Axon's a 5-year contract. The quote right now is somewhere between $175,000 and $200,000 for that 5-year period. To outfit,
Okay, how many cameras?
We're looking at 45 cameras.
45 cameras, okay.
Which wouldn't do the whole department. So
Mike, I don't want to stop. How
No.
much is just a single camera? I mean, just a projected.
I would have to go back and look at my figures. I think it is somewhere around the $4,000 per camera.
And I want that most.
3,500. Did I say 1,000?
Yeah.
I meant, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
35.
That was an
But
expensive
you're not
camera.
gonna buy 45 cameras at 35,000.
No.
3,500.
3,500.
But
Sorry.
even that, you're not gonna get that on 50,000.
No, this should generate every year, so it's something that we can
Okay.
apply for every year. We look at additional funding every year for grant purposes to continue to help pay for the contract that we would wind up getting either through Axon or Digital Ally or Motorola. We're coming to the end of our wear test with Axon with some of the cameras that we deployed. We have Motorola deploying at the beginning of August for a wear test to see which cameras we like and which direction we want to go.
Well, right now, Mike, I mean, I know we don't have cameras,
Right.
right? But most of the cities do, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, I've talked to a lot of the individual officers that have camera, which they doubted it at first.
Mhm.
But then once they got them, they said they actually feel better wearing the camera because it protects them.
That's the same information I've
Yeah,
gotten.
I mean, most of them I've talked to, I asked them about that, and they said they were against it, and then once they had them, that they were really, they felt safer.
Nobody's opposed to wearing it.
Right.
So, and yeah, a lot of things, we'll get complaints and they'll say this officer or deputy said this, this, and this, you review it, and it's absolutely not true.
Yeah.
It
Shot my
protects
dog
them more.
Right.
Shot my dog, but the dog was attacking him?
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
No, that's awesome. I make a motion that we give permission to apply for the grant MBSPGP, Missouri Blue Shield Grant Program. 50,000, no matching. For Sheriff's Department.
Second.
I'll second.
Questions? Yellow it.
Mike, and it's probably not a fair question, would this impact our insurance liability possibly with reduction? Do you have any idea?
That I don't know. They might be able to answer that.
It could certainly help in some defense situations.
Yeah.
Won't hurt.
And my second question is, so this is a new program that the governor just signed recently.
year.
This
Yes.
year. And going forward, is there any guarantee that this is going to be passed along in future years? You have no idea.
I have no idea. That's why I said, I mean, potentially this will continue to go and we'll be able to apply for it next year. If not, there's other funding opportunities that I can get, even through Missouri Department of Public Safety for body worn cameras.
Good.
Any other questions?
Is the grant pretty much a sure thing once you're in the Blue Shield program?
No grants are sure thing. I have to be accepted after the application's been turned in.
What would you say no to Mike?
You know. But I've only been turned down on a few grants,
gonna
so
say,
I
he's
mean,
really good.
my percentage rate of getting them, approved is pretty good.
Between him and Bridget, we're doing good.
Announced last night that they received the same grant under the Blue Shield. I was just wondering, is it almost an automatic thing once you're in the Blue Shield program that the grant?
The Blue Shield program allows you to apply for these grants. Whether you get awarded the grant, it's really up in the air. I don't know.
Yeah, Rich.
You know, Harold, just a comment. As this country becomes more violent and more prone to suing somebody at the drop of a hat, I really think this is an important safety tool for all of our officers. And I appreciate you making the effort to get the grant for this, because we really do need this. Thank you.
To highlight your point, this morning I got 2 certified letters from a law firm that's suing the county because someone in our county was injured. Not on our property, not in our fireworks display, but it was in our county. So we're sending a letter telling them that enjoy yourself, but sorry. So that's the kind of thing you see. So, okay.
Mike, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, do we vote?
Need it all in there.
Okay. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, change order, number 4 finalist says. Okay, Rhonda, we see you, you don't have to announce it.
So much for sneaking out.
Goodness. So when we received the final pay app for Feezer, we noticed there was a overlooked change order that never was presented to the commission for approval, and it's for 40 additional feet of driveway pipe that was added on site by John Gross. the old highway administrator. And it was just an oversight, so this would be the change order to rectify that, to bring the total contract cost to actual. So I think the change order is $2,520 for the additional 40-foot pipe, which will bring the final pay app to $35,576.20.
Does this include the riprap or installation?
That's all. It's
All the
everything.
stuff?
So this is the final, so once we're paid, Feaser's done.
Correct. Okay. Okay, motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the change order for the final for $35,576.20 now.
I'll second
Is
that.
Bridget here?
I don't know anything about this.
No, I didn't know if
Like,
this,
is a grant.
yeah, if this is the final payment on the job.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
The change order
And
is
we're-
2,520.
Yeah, 2520.
And this is coming out of Road and Bridge Fund, or what
Yes.
fund's that coming
Yeah,
out
for the
of?
Feaser project.
It'll be coming out of the Road and Bridge Fund.
Okay. Got a motion, second? You got, any questions? All in favor of this payment, say aye.
Aye.
Thank
And
you.
I will say something, the Feaser Road down there, I drove it now, and when we first started that, I know Adam was down there, pretty difficult with the people. But now, once it's done, they love the road. I mean, we had a couple of guys down there, they were very good, they were older, but they were kind of iffy at first, but now I went and talked to them, and they really think that they did a great job, and they love that road. So.
Older than what?
Well, they were a little older than me.
Okay.
But when you
But you're getting personal there.
Yeah.
when you pull over, you really don't have to pull over into the ditch
Right.
to miss somebody. So
Well, and then
it's-
we
it's
do
nice.
have one issue down there, and I think
It's really
Jason,
nice.
all you guys know. We've got a problem down there when Wolf Creek floods. And I think the only way we can actually solve it, I've talked to the people down there when you drive it. I think there's no possible way to fix it unless we build about a $7 million bridge.
Yeah.
So when it washes out, they've done a great job. They rock it, they roll it, and then we just shoot oil on it. And I think in the future, that's probably about the cheapest thing we can do because there is no way to keep Wolf Creek from flooding.
That particular creek comes up quickly.
Yes.
It does go down pretty quickly, but boy, it floods.
And the only
For a
fix,
long way.
yeah, the
Yeah.
only fix of that would be started a mile-long bridge, about $7 million to go over the whole thing. We're not gonna do
And
very good.
then Mother Nature will show up
Yeah.
and say, huh, you think?
But they did a good job down there. It's really nice.
Hence our insurance.
I guess that's our most flood-prone area in the county.
The biggest, yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest one.
Well, and then I know when Bob was here, floodplains, he actually showed me maps where that water comes from like 84 miles away.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't really stop and think,
big
that's how far
watershed.
that water travels to get there. So it's always been a floodplain since I was young, and we're just gonna have to deal with that when it floods.
Okay. I got my vote too, I think, didn't I? All right. So, moving along. We need to eliminate 15 vacant positions. Now, some of these jobs were never filled. Some have been vacant for quite some time. All we're doing is moving money. These are budgeted payroll slots, and it's something close to $1 million. If we vacate eliminate these positions, eliminate these positions, then we can move that money in the budget to other more important places. Now, if somebody comes up and says, well, Brian's gonna be needing some people coming up, all you gotta do is say, here's what I need, and we'll talk to him and set up those positions. It won't be a problem.
And this is why I need it.
Yeah. So, but we just want to eliminate these positions. It's for cleaning up the budget, is what it's all about. Motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve to eliminate the 15 vacated positions in the budget for the county.
I'll second that.
Questions? Yeah, Louis.
Not a question, just a statement for clarification. According to our salary calculations by department, the total savings, including wages and benefits, would be about $571,000.
Okay, I had one figure said 800 something, had another went over $1 million. So
Well,
That was when we first started. We eliminated down, we
there
kept
was
some of them.
19
Yeah.
positions in.
You had 19 originally.
Okay.
that-
Well, I've had numbers all over the place on that.
So that's the current
Okay.
possible savings.
So we're saying now 500,000.
571,000.
Okay. Okay, any other yeah, Rich?
This is only 14.
It's only 14?
14.
14 positions, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I thought we only had one vacant labor position. Shows two up there.
That's in anticipation of what we talked about yesterday.
Okay. We'll do the two, and then when you need it, we can talk to you about that one and put it back on.
Okay.
Rich?
So it's not really an elimination.
Rich? Rich?
Have, the newspaper article I read led me to believe that this may have been a surprise for the department heads. Have you worked with them since then to go through this and understand their situations?
No.
We're just doing this because these positions had never been filled.
They've never been filled. Yeah, we're just doing it.
And after the last meeting, some had some issues we've heard from, and that's why we redid the numbers, and hearing from nobody else, we were able to put this list together and get it done. So.
Thank you.
Okay, now, Louis? That it? Okay. No other questions? All in favor of eliminating these positions, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. That word eliminate, we worked on what we used, abolish and everything else. Eliminate's the best word. Okay. What did I do here? Permission to bid the Weber Road Bridge roof. And miss an item?
Nope, that's it.
Oh, okay. Had blank screen on there. Okay. Motion.
Make a motion, we give permission to bid the Weber Road facility roof.
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, comments. We got a $217,000 grant to put a solar array on there, but we need to doctor the roof before we do that. Those 5 vent boxes will be removed on there. That's antique, unneeded stuff now. That's back when it was a medical building. So those will be taken off, and then there'll be a new shingle roof put on, and then the solar array. The solar array will generate a reverse meter, and so it'll count down our savings. We'll save not quite the full amount per kilowatt hour that we're paying, but it'll be significant. So we should get quite a bit of savings from that. And like I say, that's a full unmatching grant. Okay, any questions? Yeah, Bridget.
Okay, so are we doing 2 separate bids, or are we only bidding the roof today?
Just the roof.
We're not bidding the solar panels today? We're only doing the roof?
No, this is just a roof, I think.
Okay.
And the repair of those box removals. So it's the shingled roof in good condition, new condition. And I think it's got 2 layers of asphalt or shingles, so those will have to be removed. Okay.
Brian, how long has that roof been on there?
Before we
Took it over.
Yeah, we took it over in 17.
And I do know, Brian, the last one storm we had, he come and told
we
us
had
that
a lot of wind damage.
we had a lot of wind damage on the shingles. I think you actually found shingles laying in a lot.
Yeah, we had 2 leaks. I patched them. But we need a roof.
Yeah. Okay, Amber?
Is this a budgeted item?
Is it a budget item, Brian?
No, I got budgeted items that I'm not gonna be able to do, like the courthouse. The grant people won't allow me to do the tuck pointing and cleaning of the building. I'm capturing other monies to move this up.
He's got budgeted money that he can move around in his budget to do this.
So I know there was also talk about doors at Weber Road. Is that something that's going to be done?
The doors for the morgue was approved a week
That's a
ago.
separate item.
Separate item. The front door, I'm waiting for the badge system before I bid it.
Which we've already paid for that, correct?
Yep.
And when do you know about when that was paid?
Last year.
And it's still not been done?
It's out of my hands.
Okay.
Rich?
Yeah, as we go through this, and Amber asked if it were in the budget, Do we have an estimate for this job?
We can't talk dollars before we get a bid.
But, okay, but does somebody have an estimate for this job?
We can't talk dollars.
Somebody knows a roundabout
They're
number?
just bidding it out. They
They're gonna
won't
bid it out.
approve the purchase till we have the final numbers.
Thank you, I think.
Just the rule, the reason for the rule. And let's say we say, well, we can do this for X dollars, then the bids will all be just.
Yes, dear, I understand that.
But yes, there's a number in somebody's mind about how much this should cost. Sorry, Rich.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, all in favor of going for bids on this roof, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Okay, other business, correspondence. Public comments. Departmental reports. Mike, you going to the sheriff?
Yep.
You having that today?
I
Is
would.
that a Ford 56?
Ford.
56,
It's a nice
55?
vehicle.
Yep, 56.
See, our current inmate count is 147, 124 being male, 23 being female. Calls of service for patrol this past week was 403. A year total of 11,108. So
1,000 what?
11,108 for the year total. And last week we had sent 4 deputies to training in Johnson, Iowa, as a tactical medical training for critical incidents on scene medical training. There was really good response on the course, and all the training that we do in Johnson, Iowa is no cost for the training, and the room and board, the rooms are free. So, and we've sent several already this year. It's been really good training, human trafficking, drug detection, and tactical medicine.
Yeah, I know, Mike, at the first, when you guys come in, you said you were gonna you wanted to train more, and that's been happening.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's good.
And that's also good for insurance purposes. That's our current weekly report.
Thank you, Mike. Any questions for the sheriff? Okay. Road and Bridge, here's some of their more modern equipment.
Yeah, we still got that.
Yeah.
Jason?
So we've actually finished replacing the culverts for overlays. We're still doing individual private property culverts, of course. The paving crew is on Alsbury Chapel today. Their MoDOT job got pushed, so they were able to get some of our stuff done. They got Hillsborough done from Kay to Lambeth, and now they're on Alsbury. I know they gotta go do some other jobs, and they'll come back and do Patterson and work their way south. So we're making good time with that. The Berry Bridge project's still on schedule. It's looking good. Capital's doing a great job. They did have some employee issues with some dirt crew, but now they have another dirt crew, so they're back on schedule with all their labor needs.
Jason, I don't mean to stop you. Are they gonna have that bridge open before school starts?
No. So-
I've got a couple of
Yeah,
calls.
so the bridge itself will be done, but then they gotta do all the road work. So they gotta bring everything to elevation, get the road done. Originally they were looking at last part of September, first part of October.
So we can drive that, you think, last of September maybe?
Yeah, end of the new year.
Okay. Any questions, Road and Bridge?
Guys, I know they've been busy.
Thank you.
Got a lot of good calls out there. A lot of
Any
good
other
voices.
departmental reports? Anybody? Well, I want to talk a little bit about Senate Bill 190. This is a real estate tax break and not personal property. And Eric, I'll be asking you to correct anything I've said wrong or add to anything when I'm finished. I was hoping Angie would be here too. We will have to keep our assessments up to date. Your tax bill will show your full tax amount, but then if you qualify for the reduction, there'll be a credit listed somewhere else on that bill. I'm not sure just where it'll be. And that's will be your savings. Because we have to, we need to know what our total assessed evaluation is. We need to know all those numbers. So we will have to keep our assessments up to date. So yes, you'll get a full tax bill, but then you get a credit. I don't think the credits are going to be as much as a lot of people think it'll be, because it's based solely on reassessment and any levy change. And we don't see much of either one of those. And reassessment is only every other year. It's this year plus in 27 is the next one. So, that's when you're going to see that. If there's a new construction that adds to your assessment, that'll show up on your tax bill. If there's, for some reason, your taxes go down, either a levy is canceled or your assessment goes down, your taxes will be reduced. You're not required to apply each year. Once you've applied for this, then I think that stays on tacked, right?
I think Angie said that they would have to come in and show.
Every year?
That they still, yes.
Every year, okay. Wasn't sure about that one. This is for your primary residence only, and you have to be 62 when you apply, or more, or older. Just the very basic rules on that. Got basically that up there. Now, there are some legal questions for us. I have a question. This calls it the property tax credit. But what about road and bridge, or RIT? Does that get a freeze on it? It's not a property tax.
Right.
So, and of course, the lawsuits are about school taxes, that kind of thing, that the county doesn't think that we have any authority to freeze taxes on that. So that's in the courts now. Any questions so far?
You just have to show proof of primary residence.
Yes, and if, like my property's in a trust, so I have to bring my trust copy in when I do that, a copy of my trust. Other than that, proof of residence, I guess.
Primary residence.
Primary residence, yeah, primary. Yeah, and if you and your wife, she can't claim the lake house and you claim this house, so you got to work that one out. Any other questions? Yeah. Any other questions on so far? Yeah, Carol.
Couple of points. I believe if you've already made the application, you can renew online next year. I believe Angie said you'd be able to renew online rather than come in.
That's awesome.
Okay.
And this applies only to the county's levy, not school, not ambulance.
That's where those lawsuits are involved.
And what is the county's levy?
It's like 2 cents.
That's
It's-
right.
We're right down to nothing.
So it's costing us way more to implement this
Yes.
than people are going
Yes.
to.
The last number I heard was 3,100 applications. The last number I heard. So, okay. Any other questions? Well, I just thought I'd kind of bring this up and kind of review it a little bit. But again, they've done some reports around the state. Typical savings is like $8 a year. It's not much at all. Because again, it's based on reassessment and tax levy change. And that's it. So, okay. Any other questions? Thank you. I want to get that off my chest. Any other departmental reports at all?
Well, I can make a motion, we adjourn then.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.